My name is Tahlia Bartlem, and the resource that I have chosen for this assessment piece is the Everyone Everyday program designed by the Australian Capital Territories Education Department. This critique will focus on the Years 3 and 4's third lesson, which has a heavy focus on inclusion and noticing others. Before we get started, let's have a brief look at this health resources website. The website is easy to follow and has a multitude of hyperlinks, which allows for educators to quickly reach their desired year level and/or lesson plan. It also includes videos from schools, teachers, and students' perspectives and how they feel about the Everyone Everyday program. The main page outlines the program's overview, which has a major focus on creating a cultural shift in community attitudes towards disability and difference. Students who participate in the program gain the knowledge, skills, and confidence to take personal and collective action to enhance inclusion in everyday life. The website also outlines professional development programs available for teachers who use the Everyone Everyday program. For Years 3 and 4, the Everyone Everyday program is based on 12 sequenced lessons that focus on developing skills and the ability to ensure inclusion of all students. These 12 lessons are based on a critical inquiry approach, which focuses on assisting students to explore inclusivity, power, and inequalities that may be present in their everyday lives. In Lesson 1, students are given both an individual and a class action plan that appoints them with new goals that align with each lesson based on the acronym INCLUDE. This critique focuses on the N lesson, which focuses on noticing. This lesson helps students understand the similarities and differences that are present between all people and has a big focus on preconceived stereotypes and how said stereotypes can affect people. This lesson also highlights the value of difference and individuality between all people. Teachers assist students in their understanding of contextual factors that affect stereotypes and how people can be misconceived due to their appearance or other personal factors. This health resource highlights specific lesson plans that can be accessed straight from their website. Let's have a brief look at the lesson plan for the Notice lesson. First, it focuses on a connection to prior learning and highlights the lesson key points and learning intention. Then, the lesson dives into several activities where students work in pairs, independently, and as a whole class to discuss the different concepts of the lesson. The lesson plan outlines the main points that the teacher should highlight whilst in discussion with the students. For example, decisions based on only appearance are often unreliable, and the stereotypes affect how people behave, think, and feel towards different people. And it also gives examples of different scenarios for the teacher to bring to students' attention, such as stereotypes that are connected to someone who has a disability. When looking at the HPE structure, I could easily connect this resource to the two focus areas of mental health and well-being and relationships and sexuality. Within the 12 sequence lessons, students work through a range of strategies that assist them in resilience and strategies that support resilient behaviour. This is clear through the action plan that students are provided with in Lesson 1. Resilience is an important strategy that is a key point of the mental health and well-being focus area. Students also learn strategies that assist them in relating to and interacting with others, which falls under the relationships and sexuality focus area. This lesson is linked to the Personal, Social and Community Health ACARA strand, under the sub-strand of Communicating and Interacting for Health and Wellbeing. This lesson focuses on similarities and differences and allows for students to have a respectful and creative discussion about stereotypes and the effects and reasoning behind stereotypes. This directly connects to the content description. Describe how respect, empathy, and valuing diversity can positively influence relationships and the elaboration of predicting and reflecting on how other students might feel in a range of challenging situations and discussing what they can do to support them. As addressed earlier, within this lesson, students are learning to notice how the decisions they make about people can affect their thoughts and actions. Students also reflect on valuing difference and focus on the abilities that everyone has rather than the disabilities they may have. This lesson closely connects with the strengths-based approach as these lessons equip students with the knowledge and understanding skills in relation to stereotypes and assist them to analyse their thoughts and alter any misconceptions that they may have. The strengths-based approach is a positive approach that builds on students' personal competencies and resources. Through a strengths-based approach, educators focus on highlighting students' own strengths and abilities rather than their shortcomings or disabilities. Another important factor to consider when critiquing a health resource is health literacy. Health literacy is one of the 5 key propositions that were established to underpin the development of the Australian HPE curriculum. Health literacy is defined as the ability to selectively access and critically analyse informed action and take action to promote their own and others' good health. The Everyone Everyday resource focuses on health literacy in all of its 3 dimensions. It is functional, interactive and critical. Students in Year 3s and 4 are given action plans to ensure that they have both a functional and interactive way of working through the unit plan. Within this lesson, students use their critical thinking and literacy skills whilst interacting with their peers during the activities. These include discussing stereotypes and why they may think certain stereotypes about certain people. Overall, the Everyone Everyday Health Resource is an effective resource that is based on a critical inquiry approach which focuses on building health literacy and ensuring the inclusivity of all students. This resource can be easily implemented into any school's community and allows for interactive learning and has strong connections to strength-based learning. I believe that this resource would be beneficial in all schools to assist students in both their mental health and well-being and relationships and sexuality learning focus areas of the HPE curriculum. Thank you for listening.